So from the outside, this is our little fish camp. Get some really old furniture in here that came with the house. It said it came furnished, but we're not keeping any of it. I think the only thing we're going to keep is the dining room table. They had this area blocked up here with this entertainment center. I think we're going to relocate that. We called this the airplane room because the people that owned it before us, the guy had a lot of model airplanes in here. It's actually a green carpet, but it's just so soiled that it looks almost beige. It's in pretty rough shape. I'm going to rip that up. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this opening yet. If I'm going to close it off with barn doors, or if I'm going to frame it in to put a regular door there, but we're going to split this room in two. So one side of it's going to be a bedroom, the other side's going to be a sitting room. Got to remove that wallpaper, the ceiling fan. Again, some quality carpet here. I'm gonna rip that up. Get rid of all this furniture and desks and stuff. Good sized closet though. So this is the before. Gonna get to work in a little while. Brought all my tools here. Gonna unload the truck. Demolition starts tomorrow. So the top of these, the valance parts is pulled off, and then there's just these little clips. Just undo the clip, and then undo the clip. And that's all it takes to take these things down. Much more wide open. We're gonna put up other window treatments, but just not such big ones. Those big ones kind of took up all the light. I'd rather have something that's just on the windows that can be opened and closed easily. It took me about an hour to get all the furniture out of here and to get all the window treatments down, and then all the hardware that was holding on all the window treatments. And I'll tell you, the room looks so much bigger right now with all the things out and the light coming in. And so I guess what I'm gonna do next is start on the wallpaper. So I'll just start on this side by the door. I'm just gonna spray it with some warm water, let it really soak in, and I'll go back, spray it a second time, and then I'll start peeling it off. Hopefully it comes off in big sheets. You wet it. A lot of times you can start a little corner, and you gotta peel it off in pieces. So the first piece will come off, usually leaves a backing behind it. See that brown backing? It's kind of almost like a paper backing behind it. So you're able to peel off the front coating, but then when you're done with that, you wet this down, and that'll come off as well. So now with this underlay, it's just like a piece of paper backing. Same thing, it's just, you're gonna spray it. I can see that there was paneling underneath this that they wallpapered over. You can kind of see the wood grain and the paneling underneath. So you spray that, soak it up, and then that should peel right off too. So I worked for about 4 hours yesterday, and 4 hours got so bright in here, can't tell. We've got the wallpaper off, and now it's just exposed to the wood paneling. And they filled in the gaps of the wood paneling with some drywall mud, it looks like, or some type of wood filler. And so that'll stay there. So now what we're going to do is we're waiting for the dumpster to show up. But I'm going to start ripping up this carpet. And all we're going to use for the carpet is a razor knife because it's a pretty big room. I think it's 20 feet, 21 feet long, about 12 feet wide. And that'd be a pretty heavy carpet to deal with. So I'm going to cut it up into strips that are easier to work with, easy to carry. So the padding underneath is just stapled. So you can just roll it up, but then you have to go back and pull with some needle nose pliers. Just pull all those staples out. Do not leave any staples in the floor. We have a sleep sofa here, and obviously it'd be next to impossible for me to carry this out by myself. So what I'm gonna do is take it apart. I'm gonna take out the bed part first, and throw that away, and then I'll just break off the arms and make it more manageable pieces. Did the same with the hutch and all those other things, those big tables. Just break them up into manageable pieces, carry them out to the dumpster. So I got a dumpster here to throw all the stuff into. So another room that we got all the furniture out. And we're gonna start ripping up the rugs. And I'm really nervous about this one because where the AC unit is, the air duct is here. There's air duct on the other side of this wall. That's where the soft spot is. So I'm hoping I have solid floor underneath here. No wallpaper, so I'll just have to do some really quality primer, a couple coats of paint. So part one of the demolition is complete, and it really wasn't demolition, it was more or less a clean out. Getting rid of all the old furniture and ripping up all the carpets and all the tacking strips and all the staples. And so now we're going to start with a more traditional demolition of, tearing out flooring, cutting it in, and removing paneling and building walls and stuff. So we'll get started on that, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to close in this opening here. So we took out the archway, and what we'll do is we're going to frame that wall in and then just add a little bit of paneling, and that'll give us a finished wall on this side. But I also took the archways out and just opened up the door. I will have to get some finish trim and trim that out. So again, thank you to the previous owners, because that spot that was really soft, it felt like there's a hole. I don't know what the heck they did, but they obviously knew it was a problem instead of fixing it the right way. So here's a telltale. That right there is Trex stacking. They just put in a new dock. So this guy just did this. What a freaking hack job. Alright, so I got somewhat lucky because there was already a clean cut piece of subflooring right here against the wall, so I didn't have to go all the way up to the wall. And I got lucky on this side because, as you can kind of see, there's a stud right there, and I only have to cut in about maybe 7 inches there to get to the other stud. And the reason why that's important is because I'm going to need something to nail on the new piece of subflooring to. Well, good morning and welcome to day 3. So I quit last night right around 6:15 at night, and I was getting hungry, getting tired, and when I get to that point, sometimes I start making mistakes or whatever. So I left the hole as it was, and one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I have it squared off. So the master bedroom, the rug came up, and we do have a lot of kind of this, looked like it's stained moldy area here. The rug was dry, so it could have been an old leak that maybe they put on before, because the floor isn't too soft either. But I'm still gonna have to rip it up and cut out that section there. And then the other thing that was kind of a not so welcome surprise was here in this closet. You're not going to be able to see it, but in this far corner, that did have wet carpet there. So there is somewhat of an active leak. And this floor is all rotted. I want to get this rotted floor out of here before the dumpster comes and leaves. So I ripped apart the flooring around here and exposed the shower. Gonna start looking for the leak. dry right now. So we kind of got lucky around the vent. Looks pretty dry. Floor peel's pretty good, except for one corner. It's a corner over here, but it's fairly solid. So I don't know if it's past leak or... So I framed in this wall right here. I'm gonna cover it with some paneling and then actually just gonna paint over it. But that's kind of what they did with the paneling that's there. So it's gonna be tomorrow's project. So I filled in the holes with 3/4 inch plywood. And the second bedroom. And the third bedroom, master bedroom. So I got all my plywood down. I'm gonna clean up a little bit and get some dinner. Day 3.